Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to Programming with Krisha. In this video, we will implement JavaScript into our calculator project. We've already created the HTML and CSS documents in previous videos, which you can view here. Pause and review these files for better insight. Also, if you haven't watched our previous HTML and CSS tutorial sessions, please ensure to do so before diving into this one. You can find the links to those videos in the description box below. Let's start now. First, create a new file and rename it to javascript.js. Initially, the variable previous answer is set to error, as shown here. We shall declare all the required variables using the ID and class attributes from the HTML file. The keyword var is used to create and initialize a variable. Document.getElement by ID is used to select and retrieve an HTML element with the ID attribute. If you're unfamiliar with the JavaScript syntax, kindly refer to platforms like W3 School to grasp the fundamentals. I'm using a for loop to initialize number buttons because they all share a common n prefix followed by the actual number in their HTML IDs. This approach is more concise than writing repetitive code for each button individually. Now, we shall declare and initialize the function and operator buttons as shown here. Link the JavaScript to the HTML document as shown and save the file. Audio elements will be used to store references to HTML audio elements. From the HTML file, we conclude that ID attributes for all the audio files has a common prefix, audio. Audio ID contains a list of strings, each referencing to specific file. The audio ID dot for each is similar to the for loop, where it iterates through the elements of the audio ID array. Within the iteration, the audio elements array is appended. If the first index of audio ID is 1, the new element created in the audio elements will be audio 1. This element refers to the audio file with the ID attribute audio 1. To simplify, writing separate code for each audio file would appear as follows. When the number button 0 is clicked, the following function will execute. Within this function, if audio 0 exists and is not null or undefined, it will play the audio file for the number 0 when clicked. Save the file and view the web page in a browser. 0. As you can observe, when I press the digit 0 on the calculator, it produces the corresponding audio. This same approach can be applied to the other buttons on the calculator. Now, whenever a button is clicked, the corresponding audio is produced. Point 1, 2, 3. Answer 4, 5, 6. Times, plus, percentage, minus, divided by, clear, delete, 9, 8, 7, equals to. Answer times 5. Next, we shall be creating functions for switching between different modes. From the HTML file, we observe that when there is a click event on the mode buttons, the respective function is called. Let's start with the function dark for the dark mode. Write the function dark as shown here. First, we will attach the audio file when the dark mode is clicked. Afterward, we customize the styling of the calculator and the heading following dark mode. We initialize a variable called nums that selects all the elements with the class number. Use a for loop to iterate between a list of selected elements. For each element, we modify the font color and the background color. We follow the same approach for operators, functions, and the main class that consists of the display and equal to button. Feel free to pause the video and check out the comments for better understanding. Save the file and view it in the browser. When I click the dark mode button, the corresponding output is produced. Dark mode on. And as you can see, the styling of the calculator and its buttons have been changed 7, now. 8, 9. Dark mode on. Now, we will create a similar function for the light mode. Dark mode on. Light mode on. 2. Answer. Percentage. Dark mode on. Light mode on. Then, we will create a similar function for the neutral mode. Dark mode on. Light mode on. Neutral mode on. Delete. Plus. 5. 7. Dark mode on. Minus. Equals to. Light mode on. Point. 1. Minus. Percentage. We've now incorporated all the necessary audio elements for the calculator, and we're ready to proceed to the next phase, which involves carrying out calculations. As this video has become quite lengthy, I've divided the complete JavaScript tutorial for the calculator into two parts. You can find a link to watch the next part of this tutorial in the description below. Be sure to take a look. Thank you for being with me and watching this tutorial session on JavaScript. If you enjoyed this session and found it useful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel.